A History of Frank Fitch with William Bill Fitch, his youngest son.
Frank Fitch was born 1899, passed away in 1985. 1899 to 1918, his father was a minister in northern Ohio, and that's where he lived until 1918 when Frank joined the U.S. Navy. And after discharge from the Navy, 1919, he went to Ohio State University, and he majored in architecture. 1920, he got married to Martha Pagels. That's my mother. 1922 to 1931, he was a service station manager, Marion, Ohio. And between 1922 and 1932, he had 4 daughters born. In 1932, I was born in Marion, Ohio. 1933 to 1935, he was a service station manager again. 1933 to 35, he was also timekeeper for the WPA. In 1938, 1939, he was in architectural work. And what was the name of it? Stivers? Mm-hmm. Stivers Studio. And he helped put an exhibit at the 1939 World's Fair. 1940, 1941, 1942, he was safety coordinator for the city of Columbus. During that time, he was also part of a committee that was responsible for bringing boat excursion rides up on the Griggs Dam Reservoir. And the last boat that he had was christened Chief Leatherlips, known to be the last Indian chief in Ohio. 1943 to 1944, he was superintendent of Columbus Parks and Forestry. 1945, he was a defense worker. I believe it was with Curtis Wright when it was out there. 1946, he was a construction foreman. In 1947 to 1950, he was superintendent of construction of the Columbus Metropolitan Park System. And he helped, along with my help, he let me work on weekends. He put in Blendon Woods, High Banks. Of course, High Banks was just a new one, so he really didn't involved in the construction, but we did walk through the area, and our recollection was being able to stand on the remains of an old cabin overlooking the bank of the Ohio River. Correction, Olentangy River.
Right. Wow.
There was another park that he refurbished. I think it was out in Reynoldsburg, but I'm not real sure of that area. But there was 3 parks, Blendon Woods, one other one, and then High Banks. I don't believe it was really involved in the construction of High Banks. Of course, that was in the 1950s, and I don't really have much on him after 1950 because that's when I left the area and became involved in other programs. So that's kind of a brief history of what my dad was, and I'm very proud of what he did, and I'll always remember him. And special appreciation for what everybody has done for me in the village here. And if this is going to be shown to the society meeting, all of them deserve a well-deserved promotion and a raise in salary that I know they all get. Thank you very much.